Man. Today I want to speak to you about Donald Trump getting suspended from Twitter, then I think penalized on Facebook, and I don't know, host of other uh, social media platforms. So some of you asked me, what do I think? So here I thought I'd give my opinion. Now, many people are calling this a clampdown on freedom of speech, censoring freedom of speech. There are two sides to the argument. On one side, people are pointing out that when the white people went and protested on Capitol Hill, they were allowed. The arrests were not aggressive. They didn't use tear gas. Initially, they let them storm into the Capitol. But when Black Lives Matter people protested, they had tear gas, stun grenades, and okay. Now, I don't want to get into the, they did this to them and they did this to them, and it was not fair here, it was very fair there, and you can cherry pick a lot of examples and we will never end. I've already given you my stance on Black Lives Matter and I've in my previous videos. So I'll just focus on the Donald Trump suspension. Now, see, Donald Trump is a man with immense power, immense influence, and a lot of authority. He occupies the most powerful position in the world. He has access to nuclear codes. He can declare war on a nation. Okay, fine. I agree that there are people above him or behind him who tell him what to do. But when you occupy such a position of power, like Spider-Man, you know that famous quote where Uncle Ben says, "With great power comes great responsibility." Donald Trump has been slightly reckless with his power. See, I'll tell you, you know me, I'm a big fan of Donald Trump. I like Donald Trump as a brand. I think he's very smart, incredible strategist. But this particular move that he took, or he was made to take, was by far the biggest mistake of his entire presidency. And this very act will overshadow anything that he has done, because he did something which no president would have ever done and shouldn't do. See, when you are in that position of power and you tell people, okay, we are going to rally, you should be careful what words you use. Rally can mean what? Rally can have different terms. Rally can mean different things to different people. If he had rephrased it and said, we will peacefully march, holding hands, not hurting or harming anyone, not storming the building, just stand there and show our support, that would have been far more smarter, far more appropriate. And I'll tell you, that would have given him much more respect. Instead, he stood there and said, let's rally, let's fight the cowards, let's not keep quiet. And then when you have hillbilly idiots, you see the nut jobs who joined the rally. One guy sat on Nancy Pelosi's desk with his feet up. Another guy took the lectern. Another one wore some, yak kind of thing, and looked like a Red Indian, some kind of Halloween costume. For some people, this is fun. For some people, this is, okay, out of my boring life, this is something exciting. And then for some others, they don't know how to control their emotions. Now, what was the end result of all this? The end result was damage to public property, destruction of one of the most secure places, a place where politicians, lawmakers, and people of authority have to be secured and safe. And the sad fact is, the really sad fact, people died. Now, just think about it. The persons who died, okay, was someone's father, was someone's mother, was someone's sister. Just think, if someone in your family died because of the protest, yeah, you might say, oh, that person was a martyr, but for what? You're fighting some freedom? You're just fighting a political election, which after 4 years, you can still win it. Instead, you lost a life. You lost something sacred. 4 people died. And, that lady got shot. For what? See, I occupy a slight position of power. Just 30,000 subscribers. It's nothing big. But overall, across all my social media, if you see, it might come up to 100,000 or 200,000, whatever the reach. Now, let's go with the bare minimum. Let's go with, let's say, on YouTube, out of 30,000 subscribers, let's look at the average views. Say 1,000, okay, 1,000 or 500. Let's go 500, okay. I get 500 views on a minimum, okay. So 500 people are active, or let's even go to 100. Say 100 people are active. Now, if these 100 people are dedicated to me, they are ready to do anything or what I tell them. Just imagine I have 100 people across the world sitting behind a keyboard and monitor. And I tell them, see, listen, this particular guy or this particular girl, let's name and shame him. Let's send emails to the company. Let's troll their family members. Or let's do something to teach this person a lesson. That's only 100 people. After I will bring bag here, huh? Bag, okay? I will bring. That's one poor lady who stays in a hut. This is the hut where she stays. I just want to give her the scrap, which I throw, so she can sell and make some money. Okay, so 100 people, they will harass, they will trouble this person, they'll spoil this person's name. So isn't that 100, isn't that itself is a big thing? And it's not a nice thing, I'll tell you that. Like, for example, you see, okay, on my YouTube, I get people threatening me, calling me names, calling my daughter, my wife. Okay, in my case, fine, I'm in Thailand, I don't have to worry. I'm not part of any social group, I'm not part of any company, my family members are not close. But in case my family members were close, in case I was working for a company, the amount of damage it can do is crazy, man. Like, I'll tell you, I have clients, I have customers, I have people who get in touch with me. People from their WhatsApp number actually give me their names. They give me their resumes. They give me their confidential data. And in some cases, things don't work out. In some cases, people are like, can you give me money? Some cases, after we speak, they abuse me. They say, hey, teri maa ki, fuck you, you piece of shit. What the fuck will you do? I don't know. They go all ballistic. Now, I have never, until to this date, I have never revealed anyone's details to anybody else. Never, never, never. I've never insulted anyone. Means in the sense, okay, you posted on a public platform, I'll reply public platform. But if you get in touch with me privately, I never expose the person's name. I never take revenge. Because it can hurt and harm the person, yeah? And these things are not funny and shouldn't be taken lightly. Donald Trump made a major, major mistake. Major mistake. The first mistake was having, what do you say, 8 million followers or 18 million or whatever, he sent them a communication. Imagine 8 million or whatever million. Just imagine the impact it'll have. If you get even 10% who are slightly psycho, or out of 10%, 1% who are slightly mad, deranged, who misunderstand communication, who are dangerous to society, that itself can cause harm, no? The second, not using your common sense and looking at the extreme side. I mean, how stupid can you get? Number 3, not communicating properly. You should have reworded this. Instead of saying, I don't know, he's scriptwriter or he went off script, you should have said that let us, march peacefully. Why is this car parked here? Oh, okay, someone is there. So let us march peacefully and let us not cause harm. Let us stand there united. He should have said something like that. But standing there, we will march, we will do this, we will do that. People can take it in the wrong way, man. And then, last if not the least, you told everyone, let's march. Where were you? When Martin Luther King said, let's march, when Mahatma Gandhi said, let's march, they stood with the people. You said, let's march. Where the fuck were you? Why weren't you marching with everyone else? What sort of bullshit is this? Overall, I'll tell you, it just fucked up everything. It just fucked up everything. All the years of hard work, all the good things what he did, all went down the drain. Now, the only thing people will remember is what he did before inauguration day of the next president. This is a problem, na? Whatever good you do, you make one mistake, people remember only the mistake. Bill Clinton, he helped the economy. He was the best president for the economy. But people remember him for what? Monica Lewinsky. Now Donald Trump, he helped the US economy. He was a good businessman for the economy, for the people to get jobs. That is why Republicans support him. It's not because half the nation is racist. But now people remember him for what? They'll just remember him for this moment in time. It's now it comes down to the suspension. Now, first things first, Twitter is a private company, Twitter and Facebook. So they set the rules. So that is number one. The second one is, let's assume Donald Trump is not the president. Let's assume he is a normal person like you and me. If you and me break the rules multiple number of times, we do get suspended. Okay. Number 3 is, he occupies a very powerful role, very, very powerful role. And if he is not controlled, one tweet can make things go berserk. Now, he could have been given a block from posting. He could have been given a block from posting, let's say 30 days. Okay, you will not post anything for 30 days. Maybe that would have been fine, given his position of power. I feel they were just waiting for him to make a mistake, and that was a big one at that. And they were swift to just chop off, like figuratively, chop off the head. I feel they should have kept his account. They shouldn't have deleted it or suspend. They could have given him a ban for 30 days. You'll not post for 30 days, or you'll not be able to post for 2 months, or something like that. Or any tweet that you post which is in violation, every time you tweet something that's in violation, 30 days ban. And that way you tend to be more careful. But altogether just suspending it, that I don't agree. And that is not just for Donald Trump, for anybody. Okay, if you're putting pornographic material and okay, fine, I understand that. But for expressing your opinion, yes, rallying up people to cause violence is not the answer. Now, the problem is people, now they will say, okay, white groups are being targeted, black groups are being left out. It's a never-ending debate. It's like religion versus atheism. It's never going to end. People will always cherry pick one example over the other. But I'm of the opinion that freedom of speech, you should allow people to agree, disagree, state what they want. Okay, asking someone kill him and harm him and destroy, that shouldn't be allowed. But expressing opinions, yes. Disagreements, yes. Saying what you want to say, yes. Like, I've been given a ban on Facebook for 7 days. For what? For a post that I had put 4 years ago, and they claimed that I was soliciting sex. I was asking for sex or sexual favors. Now the post in question was, when I was on ThaiCupid, girls and lady boys, they used to put messages, if you want we can have sex, and I keep you happy, you can go from front, back. So I had shared this on Facebook that time. So it was 2017. So I said, these are the top 5 messages that I received. Like how I do the top 3, vote for them. So I didn't ask any sexual favors. The minute they slapped me with a ban for 7 days, you can't post anything, I appealed the ban. Immediately, to my surprise, they sent a response and saying, okay, we apologize, this was the wrong this was the wrong evaluation. So I was like, okay, fine, that's fair enough. But now, after they apologized, I actually have the screenshot, the proof. After they apologized, my ban is still there. I can't post. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, you made a mistake with your new AI. I have been proved innocent and you're still giving me the ban. Now, I can shout, I can scream. Who's there to listen? And it's not my platform. It's a free service that I'm using. Yes, agreed, they're taking my privacy and personal data, but then again, it's still their platform, right? So, this is what I'm talking about. You can make a mistake. You can have a bias. Let's say someone makes fun of Christianity. There's no ban. You make fun of Islam, you can get banned. So where do you draw the line? Now, if you, let's say for example, you're religious, and you'll say, oh, anyone who makes fun of religion should be banned. I'll tell you, if that happens, tomorrow one day when you disagree on something and someone bans you, then you should not complain. And it'll happen. See, on Quora what happened? When I was on Quora, I used to give uncensored opinions. People who didn't like it, they got together with the one Gordon Miller, who was very popular, rallied his troops, his people, and got me banned. And they were very happy. And he put a post stating that, yeah, Loy violated the community terms and conditions. He got what he deserved. I have nothing else to say. He put it that way. Everyone knew for a fact that I was wrongfully thrown out. Now, I just kept quiet because I knew that if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. And lo and behold, it happened to him. He was gloating that time, ha ha ha. It happened to him, right? So what I'm telling you is, this precedent that Twitter is taking, or social media giants, of banning free speech, of not allowing certain opinions because they are biased, this is not right. When you occupy such a powerful position, just like Donald Trump, when you occupy a powerful position, you need to be fair. Facebook, Twitter, Google occupy a very powerful position where they literally can affect people, countries, governments. And taking the stance of being the God who will decide. It's like a God mode. You decide who's right, who's wrong. You are the one. Nobody can question you. That's wrong. Facebook and Twitter have violated too many privacy laws. They have followed monopolistic tendencies. They are getting away with a free ride. We all know that. They have sold our privacy, data and all that. Who's holding them accountable? Nobody. We know that they're guilty. So why be preaching about fair and unfair? Yeah, this is bullshit, man. So this is my verdict. My final verdict is Donald Trump made a very big mistake. Very, very big mistake. And he should be punished for it uh, through whatever laws are there of the country. Okay, because through his communication, people died. Should he have been banned? Uh, Given a temporary ban of 30 days per tweet that is of inciting violence, like 2 months, 3 months, that would have been much better. Keep his account, but permanently banning that is stupid. And last and not the least is the other point is Twitter, Facebook, Google, they should not play God. They should have a proper government approved system in place of what should be allowed, shouldn't be allowed, by the government taking the decisive action, you know. And last and not the least, I admire Donald Trump. I like the guy. I think he's a legend in his own right. But this, what he did, was a really bad mistake. Really bad mistake. I do not know what is the logic or the sense behind what he has done. Maybe it was purposely done so that he doesn't stand for elections, or I don't know what. But he has tainted his legacy, and he will be only remembered for this one mistake and not all the positive or good things that he did. Now, coming to freedom of speech, shouldn't be censored. And then finally, I'd just like to conclude by saying, for those who are jumping with joy that Donald Trump is out, trust me when I say this, Joe Biden is a spineless leader. He's just an old man with one foot, waiting for his grave, and Kamala Harris waiting to take over. And after she takes over, it'll be another mess. So this is what I have to say. Let me know your thoughts. I always like to read your comments. This is me signing off. You guys take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying, or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.